Hey guys, today we're going to end up adding an additional page to our Google Sites environmental design company page. Um, Now that we've learned a little bit more about sustainability, now you're going to be talking to your consumer or the person that's going to be visiting your web page and your design company and explaining why and how your design company is so sustainable or not. I mean, it's absolutely perfectly fine for you to have an extremely sustainable company that benefits and helps the environment greatly. It's absolutely possible for you to have a company that hasn't invested a whole lot of time in sustainability, but either way, you are going to demonstrate and show what you've learned about sustainability in this portion of the page. So if your company is extremely sustainable, you'll explain how and why it's so important. If your company is not very sustainable, your job will then be to explain how it eventually could and would be sustainable in the future. So to start off our project here, what you're going to do is go up or go to Google in the first place, and in the top right hand corner, you'll see the 9 boxes for Google Apps. And you should eventually, as you scroll down or potentially high up in your feed here, see the Sites application. If you cannot find Google Sites anywhere in this area here, including scrolling down, you might be able to Google search Google Sites, and it should come right up with a website. I'm going to click on Google Sites right up here. Now you'll see many of your published Google Sites right in the center here if you have any. I doubt you do. But if you don't see your Google site right here, if you look in the bottom corner here where it says New Google Sites, you can click there. And as you can see, I've got my one new Google site, which is my environmental design site. So in this case, I've clicked on it, and Google is leading me to that site. And what we're going to do immediately as we get into this site, which I'm there now, we're going to add a brand new page. So as you can see here in the top right hand corner, we're going to go back to the Pages tab. I've got a Home, an About Us, and a wind turbine design page. Now I need to go down to the plus and click it to add a brand new page. This one is going to be called Sustainability or something to of that sort. So if your design company is or has a sustainability page, you can call it anything with the word sustainability in it. We have that kind of flexibility. Okay, so I'll hit done. So it automatically comes up with a sustainability page. I've got it in my top bar up here. I've got the page in front of me right there. So what I'm going to do here is maybe I'll click on the change image box and I'll select an image from a Google search. And maybe I'll try typing the word sustainability and see if there's anything in here that might work. I kind of like this image here. I like the fact that it's wide, so it might fit into my banner nicely there. So I'll give it a try. I'll select it. Looks pretty good. So now that I have a nice banner here with the words sustainability or something like it, now we're going to add a text box. If you'd like to, you could eventually adjust your theme and your colors and all of that, but we need to insert a text box right into the body of our page here. If you'd like to, you could have a header or something, of that sort. You could have like a bolder body of text here with smaller information below it. That's perfectly fine. But in this area, your objective is going to be describing how your company is or is not sustainable. You're also going to be explaining And in this process of explaining how your company is or is not sustainable, you're going to be talking about the things you've learned over the past few days regarding sustainability. Now, some of those things, and obviously I'm not going to type this all out, but some of the things that you might want to think about are transportation methods for your employees or yourself. Um, do you all take your own car with a very long commute and use up plenty of fossil fuel or gas? What kinds of cars are you using to get to work? Are you even using cars? Do you use another mode of transportation or public transport or anything like that? You also want to think about some of the materials that your company uses. Where do the materials come from? Do they involve any sort of recycling process? Do they come from areas of the world that are vital to the health of our Earth and maybe not so vital to your process? Or do they come from areas of the world that um, use some sort of renewable process to generate those materials? Um, you probably also want to start thinking about how you get those materials. Do you share in the buying process with other companies? Um, do you conserve electricity or energy in a certain way? Do you have some sort of renewable way of generating energy? How do you end up getting your food and things like that? Silly little uh, things that go along with a company that may potentially be a good argument as to why your company is sustainable or how it will be eventually. Um, as I take a look, water usage is always something to think about. Um, your energy footprint and your ecological footprint. So where have you built your building? Is it someplace that's a vital environment for animals and other biology that is not a great place to build, or was it selected because it was a lot that had already had a building on it that was demolished and it was sitting vacant for the longest time, so you felt that that was a better place to build rather than forest land or something like that, right? So you guys get to kind of use your creativity here and everything that you know about sustainability to now make an argument as to why your company is sustainable. And obviously, that would be very, very convincing for someone who is environmentally thinking. If your company is extremely environmentally friendly, it's probably a company that people are going to shop with who are thinking about the environment. So this is your space to prove what you've learned in this last section. Please do your very best to use as many facts and pieces of information that you've learned as possible. And if you could, as you go through and you find a fact that, or you've added in a fact that you've learned about, if you could please make that one particular piece bold so it shows and stands out to me and I can kind of assess your learning here. Thank you very much, guys. Very nice job. I look forward to seeing all of your sustainable environmental design companies. Talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.